Protests are set to continue at Milnerton High School. That's in the wake of an incident, a bullying incident, we understand, that took place there. Members of various civic organizations and political parties are demanding that the school expel pupils who are allegedly involved in that incident at the school. A video is currently doing the rounds on social media showing how these pupils assault at least one of the victims with a number of objects, including hockey sticks. So far, we're told 8 of the pupils allegedly involved in that bullying incident have now been placed on a precautionary suspension. Watching the reaction to this now is SABC News reporter Vanessa Poonah, who joins us now live. And Vanessa, yesterday we saw several protests unfolding at the school, but you are now engaging the department, which has released a statement asking for the public at the very least to stop sharing that horrific video.
Yes, good morning, Shu. And indeed, I'm standing outside the head office of the Western Cape Education Department. You've said there that they've asked for the public not to reshare the video or other videos that may be resurfacing. We have seen on social media that there have also been instances where some of the learners are being named. I'm bringing in now Brona Hammond, a spokesperson for the department. Brona, a very warm good morning to you. Let's first start, I think, with what has been described as a horrific and shocking video. We know that 8 learners have been suspended. What can you tell us in terms of the processes that would have taken place over yesterday as well as overnight?
Well, there is a process that is taking place. That is what we have to respect. It's, the disciplinary process is governed by law. The school needs to have a disciplinary hearing now. They currently gathering evidence. 2 other videos have come to light involving some of the learners in the first video, and that will be placed in the investigation file, which is currently being conducted right now. Further interviews are taking place at the school. The disciplinary hearing will be held. The school governing body will then determine a sanction or a recommendation for expulsion, and then that will go to the head of department to consider in terms of expulsion or not.
What are we looking like in terms of timeframes? Because I know that yesterday a number of parents, siblings, family members and also those civic and political organizations have been calling for expulsion. They were saying that suspension, in the light of what they've seen on social media, is just not fit punishment.
Well, then they must actually read the South African Schools Act, because if the school had expelled the learners, then they would have every right to walk in the door of that school the next day, and this whole process would fall apart. The school is following due process as governed by law. So we need to follow that process. The disciplinary hearing needs to happen, and then only then a recommendation. And it is the head of department, not the school, that makes the decision regarding expulsion.
Brona, there are some concerns that there seems to be systemic a culture of bullying. We understand that some of the learners may be affiliated to the schools, to a school sport, rugby in particular. And this is something that you as the education department, you are totally against bullying. I know there are campaigns against bullying in schools. Some people are saying this is not bullying, this is assault.
100% is assault, and we need to, and it's been treated as such, actually. And the sad fact and reality of it is that we've seen it in other schools as well. And I think the use of social media is actually just instigating some of these acts of violence or opportunities to actually put down another learner, be hurtful, to get more clickbait. And I think that's another aspect of this that we also need to consider. That social media is playing a very big role in ongoing bullying in schools and outside of schools, and we need to address that very seriously and in a matter of urgency.
We've heard that organizations such as Sanko as well as COSAS are saying that they are meeting with the department. You've earlier said this is not the case. We also know that thousands of learners are currently writing various English papers. Firstly, are you meeting with the various organizations? And secondly, how concerned are you about the exams running smoothly, particularly at Milnerton High School?
Well, we are open to engage with the organizations, but we do not want to do it in a way that will disrupt teaching and learning at the school, and specifically the examinations. So we have received a number of letters from political organizations, for instance, and we are responding to them as such. And we welcome that opportunity to engage with us, but we do want the school environment to be protected. Today they're writing English, tomorrow it's Afrikaans. All the learners, they've worked 12 years to get to this point in their school career. This is the final push for them, and they're stressed as it is. So we do appeal that the school environment is protected and that these learners have the opportunity to learn right in a safe environment.
While we're there, last question for you, Poonah. Just an overview of how the examinations have been going for matrics in the province.
So far, so good. It's still a long process going ahead, but we've got an excellent examinations team. The logistics is massive in this, but they are very well equipped and everything is running smoothly.
Thank you so much for your time this morning, Poonah Hammond, of course, the spokesperson for the Western Cape Education Department, giving us their take on the incident that has been causing widespread condemnation, and of course saying that the processes are now unfolding in terms of those 8 learners that have been temporarily suspended from Milnerton High School.